minute clip, and it sounds there's a lot of ambiance and whatnot, but it basically it is we're talking as we're walking around, and he's showing us prints, and then he's telling us about this Matt Stone and Trey Parker clip, and then we go upstairs and we talk with Lloyd Kaufman, and it's a bit of an interview. So this was just more of our Troma audio tour. So I don't know. Any final thoughts before we play the clip? Or
no, I guess we would dive right into the clip.
So you got all the master tapes on that side, all the film prints in the middle.
You got commercials and infomercials.
Oh yeah, I mean we have there's all sorts of things in there. A lot of those are the master tapes that people have sent us over the years for movies. Somewhere in here there's the
Troma wrestling info.
Oh yeah. Somewhere in here there's the original tape that Trey Parker and Matt Stone sent Cannibal the Musical on.
Yeah.
Here it is. Straight from the University of Colorado at Boulder. Alfred Packer.
How awesome is this?
This is the original tape that Trey Parker and Matt Stone sent of Cannibal the Musical to Troma for acquisition. Because no one else would take Cannibal the Musical at the time.
And I mean, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are like two huge guys now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be starting their own studio, I think, for
like
Book of Mormon. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we acquired this. Doesn't have a date, but it was good 30 years, I think, before South Park had come out, and no one got Cannibal the Musical, and Trey and Matt took it to every studio, and they refused it before. They were just Troma fans, so they decided, send it to Troma. And we did, and we took it.
So what do you guys want to do?
We're just kind of exploring that, like, what that means, decline of physical media, and we're looking at things like iTunes, where if you buy a movie, you get the license to the film, so you can't lend it to anyone and you can't resell it.
That's a big issue with software, where you, in fact, I think the European Parliament has said that you can reproduce. If you buy a piece of software, you are allowed to reproduce it and give it to somebody else.
Really?
American, we're still fighting it out. That's not what copyright law was all about when Thomas Jefferson created it.
It's weird, too.
I was there when Thomas Jefferson created it. God damn it.
And also when you hit the buy button, because you could do the online rental for a day or two, you hit the buy button, it says buy, but then you don't own anything. You don't own anything because it's a license. It's not.
Yeah, that's right. It's not very bad.
It's very weird.
That is not a good thing. Public domain was the sun. Copyright law was a little satellite that revolved around the sun of public domain. That's totally switched. And Clinton, President Clinton, the greatest, as Michael Moore says, the greatest Republican president we ever had, he also got rid of a lot of the laws to prevent that used to prevent monopoly, and as a result, copyright law now goes on forever. It's absurd, and we are not innovating in this country. We're not innovating enough. Others are innovating better.
When Blockbuster came into play, did you have mixed feelings about that, or did they take a lot of your titles? Did you see them as sort of this giant nasty company putting small guys out of business? Or how did you feel?
Blockbuster was a giant nasty company putting small companies out of business. That was their purpose. The whole idea is that the elite does not want competition, because then you have these mediocre suits that have to get out of bed in the morning and think. They hate thinking. They don't want to think. It's much easier if you have 20 big films and that's all the public can buy. And that was Blockbuster's basic. We never had a movie in Blockbuster. I don't think Troma has ever had a movie. Not Toxic Avenger, not Cannibal the Musical by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. These are movies that sold hundreds of thousands of units, and we never had anything in Blockbuster. We may have had some movies in the franchise. There were some Blockbuster franchises because those were owned by humans who wanted to make money. But the real Blockbuster, the corporate Blockbuster, was there to put the independents out of business. Or maybe, and in my opinion, this is true, I think they took money under the table to take crappy movies that were independent. I think there were some blowjobs that may have gone down. I was perfectly willing, but apparently I wasn't bare enough.
So that was the Lloyd Kaufman interview.